Major Hurricane Kirk, it's a Category 4 storm and still intensifying, so it's a really dangerous and powerful storm. Fortunately, it's very far away from any kind of land, so practically no places are going to be affected by Kirk, at least as a hurricane or as an active tropical cyclone. Right now Category 4 and positioned at 21.2 degrees north, 47.3 degrees west, and as you can see on the satellite imagery, it's looking extremely beautiful. It's a really beautiful storm, the eye completely circular and the rain bands completely well organized as well. It's a really good looking storm and still intensifying. Right now we estimate that Kirk has sustained winds of 150 miles per hour sustained with a pressure of 939 millibars and moving currently at 12 miles per hour to the northwest. This is latest at 3 hours UTC on October the 4th. And the National Hurricane Center prediction about the storm is that we are expecting that Kirk will maintain major status at least for the next 3 days before starting to weakening and then beginning its extratropical transition and then becoming an extratropical cyclone, possibly by the start of the next week, possibly by Monday or Tuesday. But of course it's going to be an extremely powerful extratropical cyclone, and the British Islands should take a really close eye and a very should track the storm really closely, because of course the effects of Kirk that could bring on the British Isles are going to be severe, unfortunately, if that trend continues, of course. But the storm is located very far away from land, so practically in the middle of nowhere, 963 miles to the west-northwest of the Lesser Antilles, 1,320 miles to the southeast of Bermuda, and 1,450 miles to the east-northeast of Cape Verde Islands. So practically the storm is very far away from any kind of land, so fortunately no damages and deaths are going to be counted, at least by the storm, as an active tropical cyclone, and hopefully will not make that a lot of damage if it actually maintains to be a really significant extratropical cyclone when it approaches Europe in the next week. And you can see this graphic about the wind shear levels that explains why Kirk has intensified so fast, and practically the storm still has some room to intensify a little bit further. So I don't know, guys, but if you believe could possibly we can see a Category 5 storm possibly in the next hours or on the next day if this trend continues. And few quite miles away, yeah, very far away from Kirk, it's hurricane or tropical storm Leslie, expected also to become a significant hurricane, practically following the steps or following the track that Kirk has maintained on the last few days. So practically two tropical cyclones that are going to be extremely powerful, but fortunately not affecting any kind of land, at least as active tropical cyclones. But coming back again with Kirk, you can see the sea surface temperatures 28 Celsius and expected to increase since Kirk still is moving to the northwest, so it will encounter more favorable conditions at least for the next 24 to 36 hours, and more intensification could be expected. So I don't know, guys, pick a guess, but we possibly can see another Category 5 forming in the Atlantic Ocean if this trend continues. And Kirk expected to maintain the intensity according to the GFS model, remaining pretty large and then moving gradually to the north and then to the northeast by the next 3 to 4 days. And then we have Hurricane Leslie as well, struggling a little bit to intensify due to wind shear, but then intensifying quite quickly as well by the next 3 to 4 days from today. And well, this is the activity right now in the Atlantic Ocean. 2 powerful hurricanes expected, but fortunately very far away from land. And the multimodal diagnostics, as you can see, pretty much all the models are agreed that the storm has actually peaked, or it's very close to attain its peak intensity, and further intensification expected, could possibly attain 155 miles per hour or possibly 160, and then gradual weakening expected as Kirk moves to the north and then to the northeast, where the conditions are going to be more hostile, like cooler sea surface temperatures and increasing wind shear, including as well the drier air on its path in the future. As you can see, the wind shear expected to increase a little bit, at least on the next 24 hours. So practically Kirk has 1 day left to remain as a very powerful Category 4 storm before succumbing slowly and gradually by the wind shear, where it's going to be completely unsustainable for tropical cyclone development. And the sea surface temperatures remaining quite warm, 28 to 29 Celsius, and the humidity not the best, but also not that bad at all, 60 to 65%, expected to increase a little bit before actually Kirk encounters more hostile environment as it gets its extratropical transition by the next 3 to 4 days. And this is the satellite presentation of Hurricane Kirk. You can find those floaters on our website www.force13.com. And well, we've seen many comments about where's Nathan and why he's been disappeared or absent on the past days or weeks. Nathan is doing fine. It's dealing right now with some health issues and other and well, has been busy as well with other personal stuff. So that's actually the news that we have for Nathan. It's all right with him, so don't worry. He'll come back again tomorrow with another update, and of course we are still uploading more content on our social media as well to keep you updated with the tropics, since there's plenty of activity around the world with tropical cyclone or typhoon Krathon as well nearby Taiwan, with the Atlantic Ocean as well, with those tropical cyclones, as well as tropical depression in the Eastern Pacific, in the Gulf of Tehuantepec, and many more activity in the tropics. So please keep updated. That's all for today's update of Hurricane Kirk. We'll coming back tomorrow.
Become an ultimate fan today.